Yeah, so on a property like this where I had it was a total rehab. So, it showed fresh and clean and it sparkled, and I did talk about the advantages to staging. Is there any detriment to staging after you've been on a couple of weeks? Or are you still seeing that once you go in and stage a property and you get new photographs, is there a quick response by the public?
That's a great question. Absolutely. It doesn't mean that if you didn't do it prior to listing that you might as well not, because at the end of the day, I just had a listing the other day. It was on the market for 7 months vacant. It was a small house. Buyers came in and said it's way too small. We staged it. It sold in a week. So we just needed to prove to a buyer that this is a doable house. And we had a sectional in there. We had a table with 6 chairs. It all worked, and it can still work after it's been on the market.
I agree. See, what I think is a lot of times it's penny wise, pound smart,
Foolish.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
See, and yet another area in life that you're better than me.
No, what's ironic is I'm not.
But my point is a lot of people, if you come in at the pre-list phase, will go, "Oh, I don't want to spend money," or "Oh,
Yes.
But then I have the same seller conversations sometimes weeks later after they've been potentially damaged by days on the market, and they're willing to drop the house by $10,000 or $15,000 just to make it more marketable to a buyer. Where I think, I mean, I've worked with you on several, different projects for as little as, maybe $700-800 to as much as maybe even several thousand, $2,000 or $3,000 when you're including painting a house and getting it ready is very different than dropping a price by $15,000 or $20,000. And I think that that's part of the value in understanding the staging process.
Well, and we have to think of staging as an investment, not a cost. It has a huge return on investment. If you look at home gain, the most recent statistics on home gain, it shows that staging will return over 500%. If you invest, you got to think of it as an investment. You will get your money back plus some. It really doesn't make sense not to. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense to not to stage. It will cost you not to stage.
Yeah, I agree.